Y'all, this video is questions and answers. And excuse the noise, the yard people are here blowing off the driveways. So I hope it doesn't overpower us and the water flowing. But I love that water sound. Love it. So these questions came from people that come into the Paula Deen store. They always are asking the ladies this or that, this or that. So they can pretty much guess what the answer would be, but they would rather me answer myself. So that's what I'm fixing to try to do. Teresa is going to tell me the questions that they're asking, and hopefully I'll have an answer.
They're kind of some funny questions. So,
some funny
roll
questions.
with them. The number one question that they ask all of the girls there, they say to them, "Do you know Paula?" So I guess they don't know. People don't really know if you come into the store, I guess.
Do you know Paula? Like I'm some character that lives in a little place and only comes out. Yeah, I'm in the store. I'm in the restaurant. Certainly not every day, but I've been there a lot lately because Jamie took a portion of space that we really weren't using, and he opened a little corner that he calls the chicken box. So for locals that don't want to come in and experience the whole deal, you can come into the chicken box, and you can get a little bit of food or you can get a lot of food. It's up to you. And Jamie has sandwiches available and salads, and then whatever we're cooking that day in the hotline. So
you're there a good bit.
I'm going back there tomorrow, y'all.
This is the second most asked question.
Okay.
Are you and Michael still together?
As far as I know, we are. He still crawls in our bed at night, so.
And then they ask,
yes, we're still together.
How long?
But well, we married in 2004, so next year we'll celebrate our 20th. So we just celebrated our 19th, and I can't hardly believe it. I cannot believe it. If I can hang in there 7 more years, it will have matched the time that I was married to my children's father, to Jimmy. We were married 27 years. So yes, we're still together. But Michael had gotten where he wasn't traveling with me a lot because the river his job had gotten so demanding, and older people were retiring, which they needed Michael more. And so quite often, plus his knees and his hips are in bad shape, but he just is now recuperated from a hip transplant, a new hip, and now he's got the knees, and then hopefully I'll have the bionic man.
You kind of answered this, but this is another question they get a lot. Are you involved in the day-to-day runnings of the restaurant? I mean, are you still really active in decision making in the restaurants?
Not really. I'm not involved with the day-to-day running, but I do try to keep up with, to make sure nobody's making decisions that I would not bless. But that's really Jamie's role.
How many grandchildren?
I have, as y'all know that have ever listened to this YouTube channel, I have 11 grandchildren.
A lot. This is a question I even get asked. Do you live in Savannah or New York?
I could never live in New York. I'm good for about 2 or 3 day visit, and then I'm ready to get back in the South where the pace is a little bit slower and the folks talk a little bit slower. I'm still in Savannah, y'all. I moved here. My children's father moved us here in 1987, I was here 2 years before I started the Bag Lady.
Leading into, how many restaurants do you have?
Okay, how many restaurants do we have? I reopened with a partner, Uncle Bubba's, and it was Paula Deen's Creek House because it sits on a creek. But you know, it just wasn't the same. You know, it would. I knew it would never be the same again with Uncle Bubba not being there. I hear when I go off on trips, I met your brother, and he was the sweetest thing. I had my picture made with him, and he just had the best personality and was so kind. And that's the way I want people to remember him, because that's what he was.
So we just have the Lady and Sons in Savannah.
Yes, the Lady and Sons in Savannah, who is our mothership. That's a mothership. That's where everything really started when we got moved downtown in 1996. January the 8th, 1996, downtown was our first day in the historic district. And we have never looked back. People were so worried about me, the local people, who is what I fed when we were on the south side. They were so concerned. They said, Paula, you are making a mistake. Please don't do that. And I said, well, I have to. I got a burning in my gut. And I feel like that's where we belong. And sure enough, that was where we belonged. And there was maybe 4 or 5 restaurants downtown at that time. Now they're what, 1,000?
It feels like it.
I think it's somewhere around 1,000. Do you know, Eddie?
There's
have
a
to
lot.
Google that one
We
day,
will have to.
because some I've never heard of, never been in. But
where are your Paula Deen Family Kitchens?
And the others, Paula Deen Family Kitchen. One of them is in Foley, Alabama, and it's down there in the panhandle of Florida, right above the panhandle. And it's in a recreational park called Oa. And I believe it's owned by an Indian tribe. And it's really got such potential. You know, it's kind of like a little Disney World. And as soon as they get more things coming in, of course, the pandemic, you know, I'm sure hurt them some too. But they've got great attractions like the water park, and of course our restaurant, Paula Deen's Family Kitchen, a nice hotel, and just all kind of events. And I'll go up and over. The next one would be Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's a great restaurant. Got a nice big store. All right, and then let's go on up and over to Nashville, Tennessee. I think that would be next. Nashville, Tennessee, which is located by the Opryland Hotel. You know, that huge, huge hotel. And we're right there, kind of between them and the mall. There's a big mall that you look out our door at. And it's a beautiful location. Beautiful. And I'm so proud of that one. And I've been up there 2 or 3 times in the last month. The next one would be Pigeon Forge. Now, Pigeon Forge is the home of the very first Paula Deen Family Kitchen. And my partner, Bob McManus, is, to me, he's right up there with a genius on opening restaurants. He knows how to open a restaurant. He knows how to staff it with the best staff. And, you know, my hat is just off to this man. And Pigeon Forge will always, it's located on the island that Bob himself developed. It's like a little...
It's really like a Disney World.
It's like a small little Disney World. Wonderful rides, and wonderful food. And okay, they got 2 blowers going now. And let's see. All right, we've got Nashville, Tennessee, and Pigeon Forge, home of 2 of the Paula Deen family kitchens. And then we're going to move on over to kind of the Midwest, which is Branson, Missouri. I love that family kitchen there. It's probably the smaller of all the stores, but it's a beautiful store. They got so many things. And here is the wonderful part about Paula Deen's family kitchen. As I get to hop around and visit all of the restaurants, when I have my meal, I cannot tell the difference from one restaurant to the other. The consistency and the training is unbelievable, which is what Bob is so good at. And that's wonderful. If I was blindfolded, I wouldn't be able to tell you where I was because the food is so spot on in every place.
Okay, so this is the funniest question to me. And this is our last question for today. Okay. We may have more down the road, but they want to know, Hit me with your best shot, girl. Do you sound the same in person as you do on the shows? So basically, do you make up your accent? How do I sound to y'all right now? Because this is me. This is what I sound like. In fact, I get real tickled. You know, I'll go out with no hair and no makeup. And Lord have mercy, I don't want nobody to recognize me because I look like the wrath. And I'll forget and I'll talk or I'll laugh. And people will turn around. I know that voice. And I know that laugh. Where is she? So as long as I keep my mouth shut, I can get by looking like Ned in the first reader, y'all. But no, this is me. It's all me. So until the next set of questions comes in, I'm sending y'all love and best wishes now and forever.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.